flanker slash hitscan guide here. Okay, gonna start you off. Attack will be on the flanker, most likely Genji. Okay, when the map starts, I would recommend helping D.Va check for any flankers. Maybe come out this side door right here. If there's any tracers, reapers in here. Check for that. Check in here. Okay. Once we're set, help with the callouts. Call out where the team's at. Alright, they're all high ground, holding, usual holding spot. Okay, so if there's a soldier or if there's Hitscan, anyone over here, make sure we dive them first. Okay, chase them down if you need to, wherever they run to. If there's no one over here, then don't worry about it. Just kind of put pressure on them, you know, from here, from everywhere. It'll be nice to have pressure from different angles, so they kind of don't know what to do. They're kind of confused at this point. Okay, but eventually they're gonna all drop down and hold right about there, right? Once the payload moves to about right there, then shit, get up here. Okay. So once right there, I mean, you got a couple choices. That's just kind of a flank from here, from there. Oh, sorry. Didn't do that. I would just try to stay behind him, yeah, but you know, whatever makes you happy. Okay, so yeah, just flanker stuff on this first point. Just go for the, I mean, just stuff you already know. Nothing new there. I do think you're actually really good at getting stagger kills, so just keep doing that. Once we're getting close to this checkpoint right there, just push up. If we see a support over here, you know, go for the support.
I am ready.
You should have help. You should have our Pharah helping you. You should have our D.Va with you, and our Mercy too. So I have quite a few people pushing up, so don't worry. Okay, you know, once we get the staggers, you know, probably stay on high ground and just kind of wait for the team to spawn, and yeah. If we don't get any staggers, if they all respawn and they're all set up right there, I would recommend trying to get up here. You know, putting pressure from the high ground up here. I don't think it's a bad idea. And if you have blade, it's even better, right? That's that. We'll have our D.Va up here. Pharah should be, you know, somewhere around here too, just putting damage, consistent damage. And this should be moving back at this point. And they shouldn't be able to hold us here for too long, unless they're all up here. If they're all up here, then shoot, we're all gonna have to dive up here to get them off the high ground, right?
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, just just do what you normally do. Do your flanker stuff. Throw your shurikens. This side's gonna be super important for you and our Pharah to make sure you clear this high ground too, in case soldiers up here or anyone else with a ult like McCree. Same thing. Once we get this second point, go for the staggers again. Anybody in here or over there? People trying to escape right here. Push up as far as you need to. You should have the support to do it, so. Third point, I mean, not a lot to it. If we don't get any staggers, just normal Genji stuff. All right. Try and get around him if you can. Yeah, I mean, nothing fancy for you. Just flank, kill, Dragon Blade. That's about it for you on this one. Okay, once we do get a few kills, and we get the cart to, I don't know, say like right here or so. I do want you and everyone else to kind of push up and spawn camp, basically.
Is that all?
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Is it not? Not a lot of surprises for the flankers ever, but yep, just really control the high ground for us. I mean, that's the big takeaway from here, is just help us control the high ground and just get behind them as much as you can. Okay, so for defense, I'm gonna have you on the Soldier 76 or the McCree. I guess it's kind of up to you, whatever you feel like playing. I feel like Soldier's a little more consistent in our SR range. So at first, we can hold up here for a hot second, but once they get to about right here, let's go ahead and push back a little bit and set up. So we'll have an Orisa shield up there, but I'm also going to have it set up right about here for defense. For a couple reasons, right? Because this is where we're sort of vulnerable if we set up right here in the middle. Set up here, we don't have a good view of this staircase here. If we set up here, we've got a great view of this back staircase and that window and this side too. Like, this is so much better than holding in the middle. Nothing fancy here, just kind of put some damage in wherever you see people. Kind of make use of this health pack if you need it. Or kind of a backup. If you want to be here, I mean, that's probably too far for you to be. I mean, if the payload starts moving up, maybe you can be right here. Maybe that's fine. But yeah, I mean, just normal Overwatch stuff, right? Just kill people from this spot right here. I feel like this is a good spot for us to hold. If you want to be up here a little bit while they're, respawning, that's kind of risky. I wouldn't recommend it too often, maybe like once, but really I just kind of want you with the team back here. Keep an eye on back here too. Because, you'll see like Genjis or Pharahs or other people trying to come from back there. If they're getting frustrated, right? If we're stopping them right here pretty consistently, they're gonna get desperate. They're gonna try something tricky on us, right? But just be aware. Okay, so that's the first point. Second point. If we all die on that first point, I don't know if it's worth contesting a second time. So let's just all reset up here. Right as I capture, or even like a little bit before, our whole team should be set up right here. We'll have the Orisa shield, probably like this, covering from this wall to ideally like over here. Yeah, just spamming damage from here, making the callouts that we need if we see a flanker coming this way, if we see an enemy soldier going up this backside. Make the callouts. Right. In between you, Junkrat, Orisa, Diva, I mean, we should be able to stop payload. They shouldn't be able to push payload very far if we're all spam. All 6 of us are spamming damage down on the low ground. And just kind of follow it. I mean, they shouldn't be able to get this far, but if they do, just follow. Break the railings. Always break the railings. Here. You know, if they scoot a little, if they get a little further that way, I'm okay if you want to actually be over here too. Staying from here. Once I round that corner over there. First we're right here. Get a little further up. You know, maybe you can scoot back a little bit. Staying from here. However, we do need to keep an eye on flankers coming from this side here, or even back here too. Probably won't happen too often, but just keep an eye on it. Every time you reload, maybe take a peek back here, make sure we're okay still. Okay. That's that. I mean, you're pretty much going to be up here, no matter what. No matter where the payload's at, you're pretty much just going to be up here, unless we're dropping down to chase daggers, right? Trying to run away, you know. I'm okay if you want to. I mean, but you still should be okay up here. I mean, I don't really see any reason for you to unless they're in here, right? Maybe you drop down if they end up in here somewhere, or underneath you, like under here. Okay, so that's the second point. Third point, if we get the opportunity, I do want us to set up a shield sort of right here. Let's say we all die, and then we all got spawned in here, just hypothetically, right? I mean, I'm okay if you want to even come through here first, and
I've got you in my sights.
clean up over here, clean up whoever's left. But yeah, ideally, I'd like to hold the payload about right there, right? So we'll put the Orisa shield sort of right here. We'll have the payload for cover too. Imagine payload's right here. You know, we're kind of shooting this direction here at their spawn. So basically, we want them to funnel through this side right here. But we do gotta be a little careful, right? Because sometimes they might send, like, you know, 4 or 5 people over here, and they'll have 1 or 2, you know, kind of flanking behind us. So just trying to get fooled, trying to get bamboozled by that. Like I said, we got a lot of cover on this part right here, and we could reposition the Orisa shield if they end up coming this way. Same thing, just kind of play at a safe distance, keep an eye on the back or flankers. If they come middle, same thing, maybe back up a little bit, play behind the barrier, play behind the shield. You know, if they got the payload to about right here, you know, then it's going to be slowly moving back, probably a little bit. But just use the payload as cover too, if that's an option. So if we all die, they're probably pushing payload to somewhere right here. I think I want you on the high ground for the remainder of the map. Once they get kind of a little further in. So, you know, we'll put you on the high ground, watching down here, watching up here. Okay, so nothing new, nothing fancy for a hit scan. Just being on the high ground when it's available, being a low ground when you need to. Okay, that's all I got. Maybe switch to a stall character if they get too far. Maybe like a Mei or Tracer. Just use the ice block and stall. Other than that, that's all I got.
I've got you in my sights.